Hello, everyone. So, I don't know how well this is gonna work, but I'm feeling motivated to do something. I'm feeling like I want to speak, like I want to, talk to the world. I was kind of having a little bit of a moment earlier, a little crying boohoo moment. Um, and I felt like I wanted to, I was feeling grateful. It was a grateful cry. It was a blessed cry. It was a happy cry, tears of joy, if you will. But, and I wanted to talk about that, but I also did not want to feel myself crying and being like, my life is so awesome. But I tried writing a little bit. I journaled a little bit. I tried, not writing, I tried recording a song. It's late and it just wasn't happening for me. So instead, we were going to try to podcast. And I am doing Dear Lover Girl without Nana for the first time since I've started. And originally, the podcast was supposed to be just me, but I feel like I run out of things to say when I'm by myself. When I had my little radio show, my first semester at college, I tried to interact with people, but it's like talking to the void is just such a strange thing. So, anyways, I've got my little MacBook going. We're in the photo booth right now. I've got my 15 and we're just gonna have a good time. I have a little grown up Bev. And we're just gonna have some girl talk. So, what's going on? Why was I crying? Why was I crying, you ask? Well, let me tell you. I was crying because I'm feeling overwhelmingly blessed, overwhelmingly grateful, overwhelmingly just so many really amazing things have been happening. And not to brag, but shit, let me brag. I have a family that is just so supportive of me and has helped me get to where I am today and has helped mold me into the woman that I am today. And I am proud of myself. I know they're proud as fuck of me. And I feel kind of guilty in a way. Oof. Pardon. I feel kind of like I need to repay them and I don't know how to repay them and I don't have the means to repay them. And I feel like, don't get me wrong, my whole life I've been treated like a princess and I enjoy that, but I feel kind of bad about it. Like do I deserve that? And I don't know what exactly it is that's making me question whether or not I deserve nice things or deserve a family that gives me things and helps do things for me. It's a very peculiar feeling. Um, but what's been going on? I put out my second song, but my first song that I actually am kind of proud of. The first song that I put out, Patient, um, it was kind of just like testing the waters. It was my first time using BandLab, my first time recording anything on this microphone, my first time uploading anything to SoundCloud. There's a lot of firsts with that one. Is it good? I wouldn't say that. I would be lying if I said that. Is it awful? I wouldn't say that. I would be lying if I said that. Um, Lyrically, fabulous. Production wise, the music, the track itself. Oh my gosh. Okay. Bless me. The track itself, fire. Did I make it? No. Mixing wise, probably a D. I think I would give it a D, D plus maybe. I tried my hardest. I well, for my knowledge at the time, I tried my hardest. It's not great, but it's on the internet. digital footprint, Digital footprints do exist, and even if I deleted that shit, the fucking 20 listens that the 20 plays that are already on there, the times that I've already posted it, like none of that is disappearing just because I deleted off the internet, okay? And I feel like it's kind of cowardly for me to be like, ooh, that's bad, let me delete it. Especially when I just put it out. Like, getting into something, I'm not gonna be, I have no background with music, okay? Other than I like to listen to it. Um, I've never played an instrument besides a recorder. I did choir up until high school. I never did choir in high school. So my musical background is extremely limited. I don't have any musicians in my family. So what I created is just from bare bones. It's literally just I'm building from the ground up. I'm starting from the bottom. And that's okay. And I should be confident and proud in that and take my L's as they come, cuz I'm not going to put out hit after hit after hit. Even my favorite artists don't always put out hits. And their first stuff definitely was not as good as the stuff that they're putting out now, 10 plus years into their careers. So it is what it is. And it's still on my SoundCloud, Pink Glitter Forever, 2 hours. So if you want to give her a listen. But I did put out my first more polished single titled Girlfriends. It is a party EDM dance, feel good, LMFAO inspired, Slater inspired, Charlie XCX inspired, so on and so forth inspired song about partying with your girls, as I do. Definitely go listen to that. It is on my SoundCloud and on my YouTube, and pretty soon, I don't know when yet, but soon enough, I will be putting it on other streaming platforms like Spotify, Apple Music, such and such. I want to put together a little mixtape first and then put all of them out at once. Music video is in the works. I'm excited about it. I'm so excited about it. Yeah, that's coming soon. I finally put out my first vlog in a year, I want to say. I think the last vlog that I put out was a year ago. And it's summertime, so I have a lot more free time. I'm really trying to get more consistent with YouTube. But when I'm in school and I'm hustling, it's a lot more difficult. Um, and I'm not making money. I'm not making money off of this, so I have to work full time as well because I'm a boss bitch. I'm a bitch. I'm a boss. I'm a bitch and a boss and I like that. And so, with all of that going on, anybody who does it knows it's time consuming, and it's not just easy peasy lemon squeezy, especially for someone who is a perfectionist. Like, I hold off on even doing anything and putting anything out because I want it to be absolutely exactly what I have pictured up here. But I don't always have the skills or the motivation or the time or the tools to do what is up here yet, which is why I'm in school studying film y español, but that's irrelevant at this point. Um, I'm hoping to make a career out of video editing, whether that be on YouTube, on my influencer grind, or on the big screen, the silver screen, in actual movies or television, even the littler screen, which are still pretty big nowadays. The flat screen, if you will. Um, yeah, so that's that. Where else was I going with this? I've had a really, really fantastic year. There's been some things that have happened that I'm not so pleased with, but that's life. And I'm finally getting over that, and I feel really good about that because I was down and out for a little while. But I am healthy, I'm happy, I'm pursuing my dreams, I'm supported by my friends and my family and people that I don't even really know that well who are listening to my music and watching my videos and inviting me to work on these really amazing projects. I went to my first like high fashion show. I went to New York for the first time. I was on a plane for the first time. Let's see. Going back to January, January, I decided to transfer colleges because I was not happy with my previous college, and I was never really completely totally happy. I mean, my first semester at college, I lived on campus in a dorm, and I liked the freedom that came with that, but I did not like living in a dorm. There were other outside factors that were really bringing me down during that time. People in my life that I was struggling to let go of because I have a hard time saying goodbye. I have a hard time letting go of people, even if I don't really fuck with them all like that. Like, I have to really despise somebody, and it takes me a lot to get there. I have to really despise somebody to be like, okay, I'm just gonna to not be phased by their absence from my life, if that makes sense. So I was struggling with that. Um, Kind of an identity crisis because I didn't really know what the fuck was going on. I just decided to go to college because I didn't want to work full time at my no longer current job, my former job. So I kind of just made the jump without even really knowing what was going to come of it. And I don't regret it by any means because that's life. You just have to kind of do shit and figure it out along the way. And that's what I've been doing a lot of the time. And look at me now. Look where I am now. I'm good. I'm living good. I'm eating good. I'm feeling good. I'm healthy. So yeah, transferred to a new school, changed majors for the 12th time. No, it's really like fifth time, I think. Probably gonna stick with this one. Who really knows, honestly? I changed my mind like I changed my underwear. So I changed jobs. Uh, I really liked this job that I changed to, the new old job. I liked it a lot. I liked the area. I liked the people that I was working with, most of them. Um, I liked the change of scenery, the change of pace, the money I was making because I was making a lot more money. And then come February, I got me a little boyfriend, if you will. I'll call him that because at the time it really did feel like that. Looking back, I mean, I guess it was kind of like a little boyfriend. But it was a moment in time that will stay in that time. But it really genuinely altered my personality in positive ways. Mostly positive ways, I would say so. I don't think anybody else would say that I was I mean, at the time I was negatively affected by it. It really fucked me up. But that lasted like 3 days. And then I had like waves of sadness for a few weeks, like a month after that. I had a moment of weakness. I reached back out to this person. And then immediately blocked them the same night because we cannot be doing that. We cannot be doing that. Not in 2024. Left that version of me back in 22, early 23. But I am a serial backslider girl. We can get into that a little bit later. But yeah, reached back out to this guy. Nothing came of it. I blocked him. But that was February. Then March was when the breakup happened. I went to New York City. I got complimented by a stranger. Me and my bestie got complimented by a stranger. We were all dressed up, getting ready to go to see a Broadway show, my first ever Broadway show. And we went to go get some pizza before the show. And we stayed at the Virgin Hotels. Fabulous. 10 out of 10 recommend. Definitely will be staying with Virgin Hotels again. And then right outside, it was like not in the middle of Times Square, but close. There was this T something pizza. And it was so good, cheap, so good. And the guy working there was like, oh, Fashion Week was last week. Are you joking? Are you insinuating that I look like I'm going to Fashion Week? That made me feel amazing. The trip was 100 out of 10. Literally everything hit the mark. Not a single thing missed the mark. We weren't late to anything, which is rare for us because I run on CP time. And since I started hanging out with Sophia, well, I shouldn't say that. Since we became like this, my CP time has kind of bled off on her because I remember when we first started hanging out, like this bitch was on time everywhere. We are never on time anywhere. So for us to be in New York City and to be on time for every single thing, fabulous. Nobody really fucked with us. The food that we ate was fabulous. The hotel, everything was great. My first time on a plane, smooth. Then, so that was March. Then I also had, I was an ambassador for TrapX Art Cleveland. That was so much fun. That was my first time modeling, my first time walking in a little runway. I bought the clothes that I modeled. I actually just wore those on the 4th of July. Oh, March, I celebrated my dad's birthday with him for the first time in many years. That's a topic that doesn't really need to be on the internet, so we're going to move past that, but that felt nice. That felt really nice. What happened in April? I don't even remember, to be honest with you. I couldn't tell you. I think it was my first 420 in like 3 years that I didn't smoke. So that's kind of cool. I've been trying to quit smoking. I've been saying that I'm going to quit smoking for... How long have I been smoking for? Or how long was I smoking for? Well, I started smoking when I was 19. And I think for all of age 20, I was saying like, oh, I'm going to quit smoking. I'm going to quit. And then I quit. And just recently, I think it was like 2 months that I went, no. And then after that 2 months, I did indulge because it's life. Shit happens. But I've been pretty good about not being a head anymore. I've been doing pretty good about that. Like, I am selective with it, but you don't know how bad I've been itching. I've been itching. I've been itching, girl. But I've been doing good. I'm proud of me for that. So that was March, April, May. What happened in May? May. The month of May. I got out of school, made the dean's list again, third semester in a row. I genuinely, like, I don't know. I can't really. Oh, I started hanging out with Nena. We started the Dear Lover Girl podcast. How could I forget? Cinco de Mayo. That was our first episode that we recorded. And I discovered Rao back in February. Oh, that's another thing that happened in February. February was a busy month for me. I started getting back into Espanol and listening to a lot of music in Spanish, watching Narcos, which I still have not finished. I will get to it eventually, but I'm terrible with picking up shows and never finishing them. And I discovered Rao, Wow. And then come May, Nana, or maybe that was April, whatever. April, May, she put me on the Rao Saturno, that album. Changed my life. That album, Orquídeas, those two really are what kind of motivated me to pursue music, to even dabble in it, because my whole life I've loved music. Like, my most significant memories from childhood are me sitting at a computer watching music videos on YouTube for hours. And before YouTube, it was in my grandparents' basement on their big, giant, massive fucking box TV watching Music Choice. MC. The real bitches know MC. Real bitches know Music Choice. If you don't know Music Choice, then you're just not a real bitch. I'm sorry. Moving on. And I've always been obsessed. Like, I always had an iPod, MP3 player, CD player, everything. So music has always been a really giant portion of my life. And even when I danced, like, oh, that kind of hurt. Um, but I never thought to actually make my own music because my voice, I'm no Diana Ross, okay? I'm no Donna Summer, I'm no Kali Uchis, I'm no Ariana Grande, but I've been working on it. Like, I sound a lot different now than I used to. Am I great? I'd be lying if I said I was. Does that stop me from singing in public? Hell no. Does that stop me from singing 24/7? Hell no. So, like, why the fuck not? I want to learn how to produce. I want to be a DJ. I want to do everything. There are so many things in this life that I want to do. And my indecisiveness and my hyperfixations, if you will, I'm tired of being embarrassed of that. I'm tired of being like, oh, why am I so indecisive? Fuck. Instead, I would like to celebrate my passion because I'm a passionate individual. And when I find something I like, I don't just like it, I love it. And that's okay. You can love a lot of different things and give a lot of different things your energy in a healthy and responsible manner. And I'm learning, that's what I'm focusing on doing right now. I'm learning on picking something, enjoying it for as long as I enjoy it, and then it's okay to leave something behind and pick it up later. You don't always have to, I mean, I don't know, maybe this is bad advice. You should always feel, pause. Let me stop. Let me stop. I am doing what works for me right now, and this is what's working for me. Period. Anyways, where was I going with that? So then June. What happened in June? I went salsa dancing for the first time, and second time, and third time. I went to my first salsa dance class. I went to my first Latin dance night, not just salsa, Latin music night. And I really enjoyed that scene. I enjoyed that energy a lot. I went through a lot of emotions. I went back to a time period in my life that was comfortable and working for me at one point. And so I reverted back to all of those things. And I realized that I've outgrown that. And I got really uncomfy and really unhappy and really frustrated. And so I've had to readjust and be like, oh, never mind. That's not the direction that I need to be going in right now. My relationship with many of my family members has become something so beautiful that it wasn't really, at least to me, I didn't feel that before. And I'm really grateful for that. And I think June was just a month of a lot of growth. And now we're in July, and I've made a lot of abrupt changes, as I do. As I do. I downloaded TikTok again. Maybe that was May. Yeah, it was May. That was a mistake. But I'm having a lot of fun on it and using it to my advantage for the most part, career-wise, social media presence-wise. It's not as easy to blow up as a lot of people make it out to be or maybe assume that it is. I used to post all the fucking time on TikTok in like 2020, 2021. And the most views that I've ever gotten on a TikTok was like 1,400. And I used to post consistently, like all the time. And I don't know, maybe it was just the shit that I was posting was just bad. That's possible. But I don't know, because even sometimes things that are bad or cringy blow up, and that wasn't happening, and it still is not happening for me. So I don't know, but I've been pursuing this like online personality thing since middle school in waves. There'd be times that I'd be all in and all out because I was embarrassed and cared a lot about what people think of me, which I think a lot of that has to do with being in school and being surrounded by the same people every day and being ashamed to be who I actually am because the people that I was surrounded by were not like that. Despite, don't get me wrong, there were people who supported me and have supported me since the middle school YouTuber Serenity days, okay? And I love you guys. And there's two people that are in my mind right now, and I think that you'll know who you are. Thank you so much. I love you so much. Um but anyhow, I'm a lot more secure now as a 21-year-old content creator because I can say that now. I've been exploring Instagram Reels, trying to get back into the TikTok game, getting back into the YouTube game. I would like to hello. I would like to stream. I would like to be a little Fortnite girly cuz I've been loving Fortnite, okay? I've been loving that game and I'm getting good. I would like to stream video games or like play Sims, be a simmer. Oh my god, that was literally my dream job as a child, being a simmer. Real bitches remember Life Simmer. Real bitches remember Arabella, who fell off the face of the earth. I hope she's doing good now. Yeah. Anyways, where was I going with that? I'd like to be a Twitch streamer, but I don't have the again, I don't have the tools, the skills, any of that. But one day I will learn how to do that and I will do it and I will enjoy it. I've been single. I mean, I've been single since last February of 2023. I had my little boyfriend moment, but it was never official, which is why I say, like, I don't know, it was kind of my boyfriend because, like, we talked every day, saw each other frequently, did things that girlfriends and boyfriends do, but he never asked officially the way that I want and the way that I would have said yes. So, in my book, I've been single for a year and a half, and I want companionship and romance and someone to like give all my attention to. But the guys that I've been finding, like, bitch, I'll be single for the rest of my life at this point because I don't have the patience. So I'm waiting patiently. As I say in my song Patient on SoundCloud, because I do want something meaningful. So Hamza, Hamza, if you're watching this, hit me up, baby. Baby, I love you. You my everything. I'm your main bitch, but go when it rain. That's how I feel about Hamza Fantastic. And I've been talking about him so much because I genuinely have a crush on him. Like, I want him. And I will pursue that, baby. I will. I will. Moving on. I think that's everything that I have on my brain. This has been a fun little diary podcast session. Thanks for tuning in. Nana will more than likely be in the next one. Oh, I just realized I was saying, like, this is my first podcast by myself. So Nana and I did the first one back in May, and then we did another one in June, but the audio is just not good. Not, like, barely usable. I'm gonna try to salvage it. But if it's not salvageable, it's just gonna have to stay in the vault, and then she'll be back for the next one. Anyways, thank you to everyone who has streamed my song and watched my YouTube videos and subscribed and liked and commented and interacted and been supportive on my Instagram too. All of my socials TikTok, SoundCloud, Instagram, Pink Glitter Forever, PNKGLTTER 4, the number 4, EVRR. Yeah, I have plenty of things coming up soon. Music video coming soon. Um, more vlogs in the more vlogs coming up. I'm gonna try to branch out and do some other YouTuber things. I just don't really know what yet. But we'll get there. And yeah, I might be in a short film soon. I might be in my first ever short film. So yeah, stay tuned and stick with me. Stick around. You'll want to see what becomes of this. I'm speaking it into existence that this time next year, because babe, the difference that the chain hello, the place that I'm in now versus where I was a year ago, it is amazing to see. And I'm so grateful and so blessed. And I know that this time next year, I just can't wait to see. I can't wait to see. It's going to be it's going to be worth the wait and worth the watch and worth tuning in for. So, thank you. And until next time. It's some goddess shit. Okay? Yeah.